What's up guys, my name's Aaron Colton, street freestyle athlete, general motorsports enthusiast, and you are here in Garage 93 getting a tour with Saddlemen, and we're going to go over the anatomy of a freestyle bike. What we have right here is my 2015-16 freestyle bike that started off as an FC09. Handlebars and Controls is one of the first things I set up on almost every bike that I ride. What I have here is a custom triple clamp design that actually makes this motorcycle able to turn 13 degrees more in each direction. When I designed the cockpit around the triple clamps, I also needed steering stabilizer, which is one of the most important things for some long stoppies and long approach stuff, because there's a lot of head shake inevitably that happens with some of the aggressive riding styles. So I put a GPR stabilizer mounted with my Magura handlebars that match with my Magura 195 master cylinders. And I run a 16mm master cylinder on the front, along with a 13mm left-hand side master cylinder that goes directly to my rear handbrake caliper. It's a Motec clutch that I run that I've had a little bit of design and interest in, because it's a great product that not only is great for freestyle and has a short reach and great leverage ratio, but it works good for many of the bikes I do. So I've actually been running that more than just freestyle lately. And we did a set of Olin's drop-in internals on the front, accompanied by their rear shock, and that really gave this bike quite the bit of aggression that it needed, because it comes stock pretty soft. Dick's Customs built me a beautiful tank, not only reinforced, but aesthetically looks awesome. It is a conversation starter piece for my motorcycle. Saddlemen and I started working together a couple years ago. It was an awesome relationship from the beginning, because I didn't really know the needs that I had. I just wanted, more so than anything, a little bit more aesthetic side to my freestyle builds. The time that I had spent a couple hours in the shop designing this, I realized, wow, there's a lot of opportunity to be had in enhancing the control of my motorcycle through the seat alone. And this is actually the third rendition that we have of the seat of the FZ, and it's incorporated a lot of the things that I use between different amounts of grip for left to right side grip, center grip, keeping my riding position forward for me, which is really important because I have to take a lot of upper body strength to hold on to the handlebars. And it looks good too. So what we have here is Gen 3, which is now going to be available for purchase for the FZ series. Right here is NDC foot plate. Awesome, simple design, utilizing stock bolt holes, so there's not major modification needed. With that, we also designed the NDZ subcage for this, which moves the center of gravity a little bit further back, and it also is a much sturdier platform. Gearing wise, I built this bike for a little bit different cause than most would for just a parking lot. I went down 1 on the front, up 8 on the rear, and it's a Vortex 520 chain conversion. We have CNC adjustable rear sets in this motorcycle to give it a more aggressive riding position. I run a SC Project exhaust system, along with the Bazzaz fuel injection controller and quick shifter. You just want a reliable motor to run clean and strong. I made a couple enhancements to the cooling system. I have 2 fans on here. One of them is on with the ignition at all times. The second fan is on with the thermostat, so which turns on and off at 175 degrees to keep the bike maintained at a cooler temperature. And then I also run the Samco Sport hose kit on it. An efficient cooling system is super critical to a motorcycle like this, because they love to overheat in small areas. The crash cage setup on this is not necessarily a cage. It's a series of GB case covers which protect the OEM case covers, accompanied by a set of frame sliders that I have on the side made by this company T-Rex. The tire combination that I have on this is a Bridgestone R10 front and a Bridgestone BTO 16 rear. I like to run 31 PSI cold in the front and 38 PSI cold in the rear. Thank you guys for coming by for the anatomy of the freestyle bike. Awesome collaboration with Saddlemen Seats has been keeping me going on projects like this, and I'll see you guys next time.